Welcome to Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations, day 6 here in the channel. How's everybody doing this way too hot summer day? Not kidding with it. Feels way too hot in the heat advisory right now for most of New Jersey and parts of New York. And it's 90, it feels like 100 plus. Or it's supposed to be a little cooler and rainy, thankfully. Cooler, but not to freak out with it a little bit. Everybody doing yeah, thanks to remember to turn off the overlay, even though I didn't turn off before I muted my mic. I know I was trying to do that first. So I stupidly will forget to unmute it. But no, I mean not unmute it, I'm turning the overlay off. But yeah, we're gonna probably finish the episode 2 today. The trial's broken up into 2 parts. You say it's part 1, but neither of them are very long, so let's do this. Why wouldn't the first option not be low? Yes, it's low. I don't know. October 14th, 9:41 a.m. District Court. Never in the lobby number 4. Hey, Nick. What's it this time? How many people are here for the trial? Well, it's a Marty case. What are you talking about? They're here for the trial next door. Next door? Well, you know that they're having Detective Adamy's trial today. Detective Adamy? I tell you they're gonna try him as Master Mask. Already? That was fast. Well, I'd love to see Master Mask trial. By the way, where's Pearls? She went back home and said she can't neglect their training anymore. I know you don't like me. Pearls really got into training lately. Since the incident last year. Please don't ignore me. I'm still late. Good morning. No one likes me. No one knows me. Even if I killed someone. Come on, don't be silly. Wait a sec. You don't mean you're the murderer? No, I'm just a poor thief. No, wait, that's not right. A thief can't really be poor. Moron. Let's see, according to the light, from the second crime on, he was following a bunch of set plans. But that someone had been sending him to help him commit the heist. Do you think there's a connection between the thief and the murderer, Nick? It's possible, but today's trial is a race against the clock. How come? Let's just take our time, like always. I'm afraid that's not an option. Huh? October 14th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 6. Court is now in session for trial of Mr. Rondelite. Defense is ready, Your Honor. You're ready? Preparation is the last refuge of the weak. Makes absolutely no sense. Okay, settle down. Let's begin the opening statement. Stick it up. He's got the judge in the palm of his hand yet again. Delay is simply too young to be set to war at all. What does that have to do with the case? I'm afraid I have no idea what that means, Mr. Cadet. You need to count more, Your Honor. Life is war, but that is exactly why you must be more precise in the awarding. That's all the statement means. You understand now, right? I don't think anybody does. Let me briefly summarize the details of this case. Just take his charge like he knows what's going on for a change. The victim Kane Ballard, CEO of the B Security. His body was found in the safe approximately 9 a.m. on the morning of the 13th. The time of death is estimated at 1 a.m. on the previous day. That's when a kitten, little lost kitten dropped the ball. A little lost kitten is of course the defendant. Very well, Mr. Godot. Please call your first witness. I never drink more than 17 cups of coffee during a trial. That's a lot of coffee. The first one is always the best. Mr. Godot, your witness. Yeah, then let's hear what the defendant, Mr. Rondeley, has to say for himself. Defendant, always alright. Do you have any objections? Maybe a bit of a devastating disadvantage having the defendant testify, but I remember when Mia was defending me, she allowed me to testify so she could do the cross-examination. Put a lot of trust in me back then. There's no objections, Your Honor. The defense will allow Mr. Lake to testify. Ah, you've got guts, right? Right, then around the light. Please take the stand. What's the difference? I guess it's because you're just size of the court. I don't know. You did it, didn't you? Yeah. What? No, that's just not true. I thought we'd seen a record for the shortest trial ever. Mr. Light, Hurry looks pretty guilty with the face he's making. He opens his big mouth to probably put the last nail in his own coffin. Very well. And then, can you tell me something? You didn't kill Bullet. Why'd you go to KB security? Well, kinda hard to say, boy. I wish I got home. To go. And let's hear what testimony about what happened. Even around 1 a.m., I went to Mr. Bullen's office at KB Security. The blackmail letter I got, he ordered me to go there. I was KB Security till a year ago, so I knew where his office was. 1 a.m. exactly the time the murder took place. We got washed away by the tides of fate, strong enough to drink it up. It's bitter today, too, just like my destiny. You never know that from the way he's chugging it down. Hell, that's what saying is more realism than than the Riddler. Riddler's Riddler. Alright, guys, I'm saying cross-examination. What do you have? You sure about that? Yeah, that's what my watch said when the CEO was entering in the office. No. Actually, I'm not really sure. My watch was slow and my internal clock was a bit. And that's exactly when the time the victim hit the bullet was murdered, correct? Too late for coffee date, that's for sure. What did you there? It's the first time I'd gotten blackmail. Don't need to go anywhere. Go somewhere. Does that mean you've got another blackmail with us then? Oh, of course. Why don't you save those for later? So, like, please don't say anymore. What should I do? So what did the blackmail letter question say? Said to bring 50,000. Money, a perfect barload for commit murder. But wait, what? Wait. Never did to pay that money anyway. Is that right? After all, he had nothing to hold over my head. I had nothing to be afraid of. Point indeed. Point indeed. Let's have it. Let's have that to your testimony. Yes, sir. Buddy, mud skipper in the outer space has better chance of surviving than I do. So what were you being blackmailed about anyway? I said if you don't want your identity revealed, correct? He tries to frame the whole mask thing. I was worried if the bullet didn't have anything on me. Didn't? I don't care what anyone says about me. Like Desi believes in me? That I Mr. Light believes in Master Mask? That's why I knew they were just tall darts. Be security chief for the KB security, right? Yes, that's right. Security chief. You? Yeah, a year ago you were fired without notice. Profession for all grudge, positive, perfect motive for murder. Wouldn't you say? This isn't good news. Change the subject. So, like, please tell us why you were fired from your job. Well, the world is filled with those who've said, I wish I'd never asked that. Friend, please answer the question. Oh, I needed money. You need money? Oh, well, you see, Desi loves to spend it. It's kind of her hobby. It's likely the best hobby in the world, huh, Nick? I felt like it wasn't nearly enough, so I sold the data for the company. Come again? There's lots of security info, all sorts of companies. Started security team chief. Sold some data, sold it. Both found that I was fired immediately. What? Never asked that. But it was just somehow able to keep it a secret, make it seem like I quit on my own. Was it Nick? You don't look so. What is it, Nick? You don't look so good. Brings harm to the company is fired as punishment. You well to remember that. Sure told you. So you admit that you sold data for your company? Is that correct? Yes, I'm sorry. For in fact, please add it to your testimony. Oh man. So thing to start return for worse crash blew up? Can't take the jaws of life to rip this case from the clutches of disaster. Why would you do something like that? Well, for today's higher hobby wealth. Wasting money, huh? Not a waste. The lake doesn't know her husband was fired, does she? So it would seem. Not sure what to think about the couples that keep secrets like that from each other. Can't believe this case has even got Maya to think seriously about couples. Tries to make focus for story. Must have been a testimony, was there? Got a bad feeling about this. Better be careful. Want to make it spill the beans? Never get close to the truth. Yeah. Delay, what you said now just doesn't match what you told me yesterday. Huh? What does that mean? I think you must have been scared, very scared. Having a certain person find out your secret. Gulp? Certain person? Miss Desiree Delight. Desiree Delight. You're what? The defendant's wife. But listen to me, it's my Desiree. The fun will end before it begins. Get that? No, it's all your wife's fault. What do you mean? He's still confident to pay for his wife's spending habit, which was fired. Faces on the wife, someone uses his dirty little secret to blackmail him. That's where it came about. No, everything's falling neatly into place for him. Don't talk about my idea like that, or you'll be sorry. Seems that we've learned a great deal of things here so far. What do you think, Nick? I don't think it was possible to get thoroughly worked in 20 minutes. It was a significant motive for murder. Stole Dave for his wife and he killed to protect the secret. Fairly cared just a little too much. The motive is clear, let's move on. Ugh. Happened at the crime scene at 1 in the morning, Mr. Lee. Come now, tell us. We're all ears. Entered the office, there's a suspicious shadow there. Sully was hit on the forehead after that. I remember being a bit dazed. If I hadn't been wearing that, then I would have been killed. I came to, the bullet was lying there dead. He's throwing that on the forehead, huh? Victor from yesterday provided similar testimony. And Master struck him on the head from behind. Harry turned out to be the culprit himself that was lying. Huh. I was gonna believe a pathetic lie like that. What are you saying? I was really attacked. We'll find out if he said it true or not during the cross-examination. Got that, Mr. Trite? Don't go easy just because he's a client. If I see any sign that you are, I'll treat you in a cup of my special brand. Don't worry about that, Mr. Cadet. If faith around, I know he didn't do it. What was the suspicious Anna? There were thousands me. If even one knew, I'd tell you. Trust me. Answering all of your questions, not helping us with this case. And how was the victim with the bullet at that time? What do you mean, how was he? Are you dead? Was he still alive? Maybe he's the one who hit you in the first place. That's a good question. What do you think, Mr. Ray? Forget it. Your forehead? Yeah, I was hit on the forehead as soon as I entered the room. It was an amazing, fast and powerful attack. You ever anything about who hit you? Well, like I said, it was a fast and powerful hit. So I was thinking I was a little dazed for a while. I must have let you grasp what you were asking. like to show perhaps a powerful attack myself. And knock some sense into him. Yeah, could you please clarify what you're referring to? I'm a Master Mask costume, of course. Wait just a moment. The Master Mask? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? Just to be on the safe side, I dressed as Master Mask. I sent it upon the office of CEO. Give me security. What? Nick, did you know about this? You never told me this. Are you... How can you not realize it by what he's wearing? I mean, it's obvious because he's freaking wearing... He's still wearing most of a Master Mask outfit. They are now just realizing it. They have been talking to Ron for 2 days in the game. For the last couple of days, they have not realized that Ron DeLay has been wearing the freaking costume except for the mask and the hat and the brooch. The rest of his outfit is the Master Mask outfit. Are you kidding me? How? I mean, how can you not? How can anyone not see that? I mean, they've got the poster, the photos, everything right there. He's wearing the costume still from the day he got arrested. He turned himself in. Obviously still wearing the costume. I don't recall him ever mentioning to me either. I didn't know that. A friend really loves to keep secrets. He's let me. Again, we'll forget the court records. That is the... Ron is wearing that right now. Except for the hat and the mask. That is what Ron is wearing right now. How does nobody in that room have realized it? I know, well, he got hit. Well, he didn't really get arrested until later. Well, I mean, it's still... It's obviously he never changed from the night of the murder. How does nobody notice that shit? Never had a chance to mention it up till now. Wait, that's alright. You know how sometimes things just slip your mind? My 6th cup of coffee is already starting up at me coldly. Forget it. You can't ignore this new piece of information. Witness, please correct your testimony. Wait, dress as Master Mask. Because I'm Master Mask, of course. What are you talking about? Master Mask trials being held next door. I guess so. Anyway, at the time, I was being blackmailed with the Master Mask issue. So I thought I should go as him just to be safe. Oh boy. I tell you, it's a real pain to move around with that cape. That's why it took a lot longer than I expected. It took a lot longer. What is he talking about? What do you mean by it took a lot longer? Opening the safe, of course. My key got caught in the door, safe door, you see. That's what happened when I was hiding Mr. Bullet's body. Was that? Back up for a second. Yes? You're the one that hid the body in the safe? Well, yeah. Inconceivable. I just what reason could you have? What were you thinking? I have no idea. Does someone toss the dirty shorts in the washing machine? Please start making sense, please. It's just simple. When they take them off, as usual, I have no idea what you're saying. You mean that Mr. Light hit the pipe because he's a murderer? So you're not as stupid as you look. Could you have freaking come out and said that instead of freaking use metaphors that really don't make any sense? Reference time was really obscure. That's right. You don't mean that you knew about this whole safe business, do you? Oh, well, yes. I'm the only one not in the loop here. So make sure you had this as testimony. Yes. Looks like the storm front is moving in on over the fair with the judge. Where'd you hide the body in the safe anyway? Oh, because it wouldn't fit in the drawer. Of course it wouldn't fit in the drawer! Exactly what I bet. I saw that corpse, I kind of lost it. I thought if they found his corpse, they think I did it. Yeah, I think you had a simpler reason than that. Because you killed him. So I spent 10 minutes hiding the body. It certainly makes more sense. Hold on. 10 minutes? What is it, Nick? I just had a thought. Under those circumstances, would you normally try to hide the body? And spend 10 minutes doing it? Under those circumstances? Wait a second. Oh, Nick, if you think his behavior was so strange, what's the evidence that would show just whose circumstances were? The circumstances were. Let's see, I'll take a look at the court records, but not the evidence. I read this from Mr. Light yesterday. But there's not much of the testimony either. We're still hiding something. I'd be surprised. Just let's draw it out. Let's hope it doesn't make things any more complicated. Your Honor, could you please take a look at this record? What would this be? Record for the emergency buzzer that connects the CEO's office to security. The button in the office was pressed as a security team is supposed to come running. According to this record, the buzzer was pushed at 1:02 a.m. What? Ron Light truly was the murderer. Ran as soon as the buzzer sounded. The security guard had been hanging his way.
Objection!
I remember who you're dealing with there. I had no idea there's security personnel. He worked for the security company.
Objection!
He worked as security. He was security here until a year ago. No way he wouldn't have known about this.
Objection!
But as it turns out, the guard never came. There was nothing more than a coincidence. Just because he didn't came, it doesn't mean when he wasn't thinking it was going to come. If the guard was a pathetic loser, just got punched in the face by his ex-new boyfriend, wasn't anywhere near the vicinity, it was not something Mr. Light could have known.
Objection!
Again, remember who we're dealing with here. I'm sure, bet that Mr. Light didn't even notice the buzzer going off. Oh, hard to. The buzzer is extremely loud. There's no way he could have ignored something like that. If he had been conscious, that is. Conscious? What do you mean by that? Ugh. Fine, let's take a theory. Called the defendant's testimony. The moment he entered the victim's office, someone attacked him. They said he felt dazed. I'm willing to wager that he was knocked unconscious for at least a few moments. So he fainted? So I missed the light. Didn't know that the buzzer had sounded. And that's why he thought he had time to hide the body. Trying to say it was knocked out and the buzzer was set off afterwards. Unless my client was able to hit the buzzer while he was unconscious. There's one other person in that room. So who was he knocked out around the light and then pressed the buzzer? Order of the court, Mr. Wright. This is
Objection!
This is preposterous. It was this kid. Ron DeLay is the one who killed Kane Bullard. Who pressed the buzzer? It was the victim, of course. He pressed the buzzer when the defendant attacked him. He didn't die right away. He must have held on long enough to push the button. Heck. The Kane Bullard sounded the buzzer himself. Defendant was right. We need to prove that the real victim here was at the scene. Oh, the scene, excuse me. Proof it wasn't Kane Bullard sounded the buzzer. The defense opinion is this, Your Honor. The evidence proves the victim. No. I probably should do it. There's this piece of evidence in control of evidence you were looking for. Where's the buzzer? There's some kind of clue on it? Absolutely not. So come on now. At least you gave us thought to what you were saying before you opening your mouth. In fact, there's absolutely no clues. Itself's the clue. Now, I'm the one who's clueless. But there's no fingerprints on it. People that have really pressed it himself naturally would have left his fingerprints on it. Fine.
Objection!
And DeLay obviously wiped them off. Why would he? Could have come in any moment. The button, I know he did. The defendant, Mr. Light, was dressed as Master Mask. And the mask also wears gloves. What reason could he possibly have to wipe the button for his fingerprint? Order. Seam. Frosty Crow. What a blend of crow flavored coffee is. Or if the real killer was there at the scene, or if that person pressed the emergency button. Two-frame Ron, don't you see him? And obviously, he hit the Ron in the head, so it'd be the one to take the fall for the murder. So obviously. Shouldn't they run away without putting themselves in extra danger? This is awkward silence all of a sudden. Looks like you're the first Prolatrix. They're onto your neck. Give me a second to collect my thoughts. Couple kill bullet around 1 a.m. Mr. Light just happened to waltz into the mirror. Kill Club. Mr. Light then sounded the buzzer. Security was supposed to respond right away if the buzzer was pressed. Was supposed to respond. Sounds right, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you have to say. Farewell then. I got some guts. Damn, my opponent. You know, if they had pressed that button, that guard would come running. It's exactly what they wanted. Is that the killer called the guard on purpose? Yes. Though as it turned out, he never showed. That's what he wanted. He wanted the frame run. He was getting his clock cleaned at the time. Yep. Statistic story. Killer had changed her heart and called the guard to turn himself in. No, I'm not. The buzzer sounded there were 3 people in that office. The victim, Kane Bullard, was already dead. The defendant, Rhonda Lake, was out cold. And the third person, the real killer. Delgil, yes. Now then, situation if the real killer had made an escape, what would happen? The only ones left in the room, the victim and Rhonda Light. And if any security guard had came running in at that time, they'd think I was a murderer. Thank you, Ron. Thankfully someone else other than me gets that point. Me and Nick get that point. That's precisely the real killer's objective. To frame Rhonda Light for the murder. Order. It seemed. And made to eat more awards once again. Actually, you've been made to do spit takes with a cup of coffee. That's right. Who was it? Who was the one trying to frame me? Wait a second. I'm the one that only master, so Nick. I mean, the real killer is attracted to that person in there right now. But who is it? I don't saw proof yet, but I have to think about it. The killer knew Mr. Light's identity. They also knew he had been called to KB security that night. The killer used him to execute a well-crafted plan to murder King Bullard. And let's hear your accusation, Mr. Wright. Who was that frame was around the light? Judge. That was funny. I did it! Yeah, I did it. Yeah. Detective, look at me. He's the only one that could have done it. It's Detective, look at me? I mean, Master did it? Your Honor, the person that being tried in the next court next to us is not Master after all. Is in actuality the true murder of Kane Bullard. Order, explain yourself. Theft and murder? More than serious a crime. If they're close, murder is a more serious crime, of course. Capital crime subject to capital punishment. Sorry, a trial from yesterday, if you would. When the academic confessed that he was commotion in the courtroom. The famous detective was known as Master Mask. Instead of being convicted of murder, he was found guilty of grand larceny. That was his true objective all along. Guilty? Master Man set the perfect alibi for when the murder took place. He's stealing the identity Taylor. In other words, found guilty as Master Mask. This looks watertight sealable alibi. The other person alibi. No, it's almost time. What? Look, Vanamy's verdict. It's pretty simple trial after all. Let's stop this trial and install that one. They do it now. Of course, assuming you have proof that the victim was the one that committed the murder. Let's look at anime trials directed the attention of the entire country. Truth and failed to provide the adequate proof of this true crime. I would be left with no grounds for appeal. Am I really sure about this? That's good when you're left life the ante. It's alright, I believe in you. It's alright. So please, I'm begging you. Thanks, but my decision will determine our state of life. Really see a life like this? Phoenix? What was that? Don't stray, Phoenix. For your client, take the path of trust. The voice that sounded like Mia. You're on the defense requested of me a recess. So that's your answer, huh? Is it side as well? I'll now take a 20-minute recess. Right when we return, please summon Mr. Look at me to the stand. Yes, Your Honor. October 14th, 11:50 a.m. To the court room number 5. Hee hee hee. Oh, sorry, Detective Enemy. I have nothing more to say, Mr. Pan. Very well splendid. Oh, no. Oh, sorry. You know I knew. That's enough. Garvin has no reason for the prolonged trial. Defendant finds the Garvin finds the defendant. Look at me. Wait. Don't end your verdict yet, please. Well, Mr. Loyal. Look at my courtroom. Is this so, sir, huh? There's Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Let's file an accusation against the man. Look at me. Accusation? You accuse Master Mask? It's not Master Mask. The Jerusalem's murderer. With a what? On with the next part. Go 14, 12:14 p.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 4. My sis? Could have sworn I heard Mia's voice. So she's still alive inside your heart. Nicky boy. Oh, Mr. Light. The true detective's a real killer? As we don't have a definitive proof. He's the only one that could have done it. But wasn't he at Lord Taylor, didn't he? You're gonna mention we don't know his motive. And why would the family want kill King Bullet? So it's time to get back to the courtroom. Need to find some solid proof. Sooner rather than later. October 14, 12:21 p.m. District Court, Courtroom number 6. Now then, the court's back in session. Look at me, please take the stand. Well. How do you do, son? I was thought to see you acting so reckless there. I couldn't let the man down to your work just yet. You need a perfect alibi. An alibi by the name of Master Mask. I'm sorry, I'm afraid. Look at me, I have no idea what you mean. Of course I've been in the courtroom ever since 10 o'clock this morning. There's no way I could have been knowing what's going on. Hell no. You've been in the defendant's seat all day long, correct? You tried his best the most. You truly child's play the fooling rhinoceros? The poor fools asked me to protect their valuables. When they gave me a generous award upon returning their own property to them. Pictures for diamond. There's upon my divine finger, for example. You insist that you're in fact Master Mask? Of course. And the enemy, let's begin with the simple question. 12, 11, 1 a.m., 1 p.m. 1 a.m., excuse me, it's 1 a.m., excuse me. King Paul was murdered. Were you at the time of the murder? Well, the knowledge of Lex, even the knowledge that he should be ashamed of himself. Oh, I own that against your son. Okay. Right, Mr. Henry, the night of the murder, speak. We're all ears. Did you wish to prosecutor? I still man as Master Monsters as I announced I would. And more than enough time to prepare. It's a pathetically easy job. In this case, I'm just, I'm turned it, in this case, one turned out to be my witness. And the camera captured the mask. Master Mask was the same name as the murderer. Seems the main point of discussion will be this photo of the crime scene. Let's up until it now was part of his plan. Think of this picture as well. I got a question about that. Box doesn't seem to have the paint on it. Compared to the photo. I mean, you can see the what a box was. Paint. It's to be secret photo as well. And Master Mask can't be in two places at once. Now, if you excuse me. Perfect to receive. Fortunately, Mr. Enemy, you'll have to do your cross-examination. For the foolish now that he's a fool. You're trying to say you're full of it, Nick. What's full of it is his alibi. So this photograph is proof. This is the proof, correct? It is. Man in the man in the photo. Now look, the way he holds this again. Yeah, unless he's got it backwards. Should say secret art on it. It really doesn't say that. Because the guy's hand blocking where earned. Interesting too, and that too. Man in the photo's wearing a mask. So I am cutting out the mask. Feeling also means that there's no way you can tell who it really is. I mean,
Objection!
are you sure that's a fact, Luke Emily? It could be a good accomplice dressed up as a man to masquerade an alibi. Oh, what an interesting idea. Saying that Lone Wolf Luke had the accomplice. Yeah, I got you. But the cave security didn't murder. Mask in this had to be a fake. That's very accomplishment. Right now I have no idea who it was. I don't have any idea now either. Objections are just what this guy wants. There's gotta be another way. I'm gonna have to find it. I believe Ranger Andrews hired you at this point. That's right, that was over 20 days ago if I'm not mistaken. The calling card delivery Taylor intended for the heist. It means you sent the card after you began security watch, right? There was no reason why I couldn't do both jobs at once. It was a perfect opportunity to steal my largest target. So you truly are evil there, huh? As evil as what I am? Hey Nick, is there something odd about this? He's always proud of his detective skills. The starter was stolen from Lloyd Taylor while he was the only one watching it. He'd have no way to maintain his perfect aesthetic persona. That's true, it's kinda odd. About a photograph, you mean this piece? Indeed it is, that is the very thing that proves I committed the crime. She committed the crime. Think about it. It really is odd. You have this picture taken out on purpose. Simply caught by the very camera you set up. If days like that. It was so that there was so. It's a bit of crime after all. Truly ironic thing, a deadly built melody. Better get it more for the now. If you true killer, then there has to be something funny in that photo. The camera that took this photo. Come on now, it's all too clear. You can think of, huh? I did the tap on the photo, don't you? That's impossible. The camera's set by the little tail top of there. Tell staff to print a picture later. For the friends, the picture could have been altered. See ya. I say, if I find something else that would be suspicious. Is this alibi false? It has to be here. It couldn't have killed Gameball. It's spotting anything unusual. There are two possibilities. Master Man says the photo is fake and the photo itself is. Photograph, you mean? There by now. If I had that camera, there's no way I could have tampered with it. I could not have killed Gamebell unless I had a campus. Quite hard about that night. The basement warehouse and the picture that supposedly captures it. Gotta be here. Something funny about this picture. The picture is fake? Bam, there's definitely something strange about this picture. Take a look around the basement warehouse that night before the theft took place. Some of the photos of Master Memory that night. I don't know, let's hear what you have to say. What I find funny. The funny part is right here. This is bloodstained. Blood, now this is getting interesting. That's not exactly. The stain is actually pink paint. Oh, just paint. Peach colored at that. From blood to peaches. Just sure loves going on wild tangents. The problem with this photograph is not the paint. The problem is when you consider the layout of the basement warehouse. Turns out something that should be there is nowhere to be seen. Was right. What's supposed to be in this picture instead of the paint stains? The army statue. The supervisor of the treasury exhibit stated the following. Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime scene around noon, the ghost statues happened to arrive from the mount training hall. I just realized that the statue was perfect size for covering up paint stains. So I put it there before I saw it. Myself was there the night the theft took place. I myself was there the night that saw the statue in the spot. The picture was truly taken the night, then that statue should have been there.
Objection!
I went there the day after the theft. I just showed her the old bag was sitting in the corner. Perhaps it was somehow pushed there accidentally. The statue is slightly larger than itself and quite heavy. It would take more than an accidental push to move it in a distance. In case, can you prove it? There's some rhyme and reason of why the statue that was moved that night. Can you do it, Nick? And they moved it. No question. Why did they move it? So I hope you're prepared for the answer. And who was the one who moved the golden statue on the crime? Moved the statue none other than look at me. Come down, sir. You're gonna get on your strange illusions. Right, please do you have strange illusions? Very simple. The witness was the only one in the basement warehouse that night. It's very simple, Errol. And I want to move a heavy golden statue. Moving the golden statue, here's where a battle really begins. That's right. The reason there's a witness at the statue. We found in this photograph. You pretend to be mask to mask. But for you showing you were a Lordy Taylor that night. This photograph contains a single fatal flaw. If the statue had been moved there, you would lie, would be exposed like cheap film in a drugstore. So I had to move the statue. Some single fatal flaw. Jerry, please enlighten us. Just where in this photo does this lie exist? Naturally, the lie in the photo is the timestamp. What do you mean? So I tell you exactly what I mean. I question look at me, went to security and murdered Kane Bullard. For it's obvious, it's been impossible for them to let tail at the time. Does that have to do with the statue being moved? Or if you will, Your Honor. When was the statue placed beside the warehouse door? Well, the statue was taken down the warehouse on the day of the crime. It was placed there in order to cover up the paint. Exactly. Remember, he had already decided on the time when he was gonna kill the victim. So it was to create an alibi for the time. He took this picture the days before the murder took place. What the? Of course, the statue had been brought down to the basement warehouse, yeah? Ah. So on the day of the crime, Mr. Enemy must have been quite nervous. The long-tailed cat in a rocking chair factory, so to speak. And because something that wasn't supposed to be there, it was brought down in the place where it was supposed to be. That is why Luke Enemy had to move the statue in the murder. He did to make the room match the way it had been in the photo. Wow! Whatever, Mr. Enemy is the truth. Have you forgotten this? That the data for the basement warehouse computer? Bring this data. The camera did indeed go off the night of the crime. Should the camera have been set up by the Lloyd Tail staff? However, the program used to manage the data was yours. That alone would have been allowed you to tamper with the data. Ah. Order. Look at that. What is the meaning of this? That I warned you about Give me weight. Now put that coffee down. 11th cup. Patrick, no one's 17 during a trial. Means I'm still good to the last drop. Fred has a very good point. Point? What the? We're all but travel is on a road of infinite possibilities. He makes. I think he got his points mixed up with points, other points. This photograph is taken ahead of the time. That was moved in order to make it match. Interesting idea, however. It's one point that can't be denied. Which is... it's only a possibility. They're trapped by chains of navy. Can never reach their dreams. That's very true. No way, don't fall for that, Your Honor. Mr. The Mask. Yeah, also, no fight business in your actions, Mr. Mask. No problem with you telling us your strategy, so let's hear it. Provide this court your testimony, but I'm still in the secret end. I received the request from Lord Taylor about 20 days ago. Placed in a box in the fair. Was then sent to the warehouse. I was actually unable to determine myself until the day of the crown. The stream of valve treasure, so I sent the card 10 days beforehand. I handled the security by myself to ensure that my crime would go smoothly. I had the iron in my hand for the first time at 1 a.m. on October 12th. It's all stuff we've heard before, isn't it? Yeah, but we'll find the truth in the nuggets of no information gave. The fair. Mr. Amy, if you really are Master Mask, I'll start with this calling card. But of course, the problem with this calling card, we have read a passage from the calling card that Master Mask can write on. Take good care of the speckled urn. Now it's speckled here. Surely refers to the pink pen on the cigarette that drew was so what. Truth be told, there's no way Master Mask could have known about this pen. Do you mean the big spotted pen on the urn is actually nothing more than paint stains? Paint's on by ends. They did not appear until after the urn had been taken to Lord Taylor. I find this joke to be very funny, Mr. Trite. This cigarette had been taken to the warehouse. It was broken due to human error, I should say, error-prone human. That was when the pink paint got in the urn. You can't be serious. I'm serious, so don't call me Shirley. The calling card clearly mentions the paint pen. Which means Everyone had seen this arm long before the crime ever took place. In fact, it was when the fake photo was taken. This photo is fake. The outlier for the night, the bar no longer holds water. If they still have something to say, he's off. He's broken. Nick, I think it's a little early for the victory pose, huh? So sad. What is that? What the conviction to say? We all had decided unanimously that this man was smashed up mask. I'll call him a murderer. I think we're being a tad fickle. That's a good point. No way, don't fall for that too, Your Honor. Yeah, look, Emily was the one that killed Kane Bullitt. Let me ask you this. Why do we do that? Excellent punt. Mother, Mr. Wright, mother. Might you might marry murder's mother manifest? Think he's getting his second wind. Gonna help by pin crime around the lake to say. Got a very strong motive for murder. Only with any motive. We've had cases where they literally have been ready to pin a crime on somebody with zero motive, none at all. It's sort of frustrating inconsistencies with this. I wonder what any motive would see is around the lake. That right, detective. Indeed it is, and my research the body's motive clear. That a motive is nearly possible proved guilty in America. Again, this series we've had cases where people had no motive at all. No motivation to kill anybody. Just ready to be doing a crime. They're ready to be, had the book thrown at them. Now, again, this is sort of frustrating. I love this series, but that's sort of a frustrating point is that where they will decide to, the inconsistencies. Now all of a sudden we care about this. Where were you fucking when they were actually? Where were you where was this point when they actually had people who were not actually, when there was like no, it definitely seemed like they had no motive for any crimes. Where was this point when there was actually there was a lack of motives for for some of our clients the last two games? Is the motive defendants motive for? I'll be honest to you, Sir Timer. They can't make Ron look suspicious. The right information is maybe only chance. Look at them. They had no point of contact with the victim whatsoever. Both decided to investigate Master believe as to who he was. Would the blackmail incident during the night? Again, Mr. Bullitt had regrets against Mr. Light for his betrayal, but mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is Master Nice. Our Ron saw it fit to kill Kane Bullitt. That's truly a tragedy. The victim Kane Bullitt blackmailed the defendant. The blackmailer found. We never established this. That's the freaking man in part one of the trial. Blackmailer found the defendant's apartment. Test confirms that Bob was indeed the one who wrote the letter. What? In the court record. Right, please begin your cross-examination. What do you think of it? Come on. Let me ask you a few questions. Think they're any? It's just a feel, alright? Alright. It said that the slide was dressed around the lake. I couldn't help but notice one major contradiction. Contradiction? Or walking contradiction, like you get off saying things like that. Yeah, I don't want to talk. Like this one. And they're made to express themselves with the fist. It shows what you got there, Junior. You down to man up is right. The contradiction in the evidence in the... Take a look at this newspaper clipping. Keep the picture of the caravan and the stolen jewel. But the problem is it's jewel's color. Color, I'm not guessing color myself. According to the clipping, the color stolen jewel was blue. However, in the blackmail letter, jewel mention is totally different. Jewel's mention is different. Red dot, just like the one on his finger. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Take the red diamond. See the other day. Red. Which means the red diamond describes in the blackmail letter that the current Emnon that Mr. Bass stole at all.
Objection!
The one he's wearing. Wait, Mr. Trite? You're trying to say this blackmail letter was a thief for someone else? What are you trying to say, right? Trying to say, right? That's right. What are you trying to say, right, Nick? Yes. It's obviously trying to blackmail us. No, wait, what? Naturally, it's you, Detective Enemy. Cause last time I checked, you ain't gonna. I don't know, and I don't see too many, Ron with too many red jewels. Some basis they claim. You're personally involved in every single Master Mask case. The last case you recovered what was stolen. See the jewel as your reward. Jewel? Probably the one you wrapped conspicuously around your finger. The red diamond ring. Ugh. That's the diamond referred to the letter. Which means Kane Bowler wrote the letter in order to blackmail you. Or I should say. Seems you're going to too far with your child's pranks, Mr. Trite. I don't like the way he said that. Keen bullet blackmail look at me? You for real? Yes, I am. Yeah, come on, stand up to him. Answer me this. Riddle me this. Answer me this. Life contains a following passage. I want you dead and revealed to the world. It certainly does. Both threaten to make look at me as denning public knowledge. Denny, you wanted to keep secret, so what was that identity? I killed King Bull because I was afraid of secret knowing. What's the identity you want to keep secret? I was trying to essentially keep this secret identity as. It's blackmailing. He was the one blackmailing. Run.
Objection.
Hey now, isn't it a little different what you've been saying? That the key bullet was the one blackmailing look at me. You say that enemy was blackmailing someone else on top of it? You have to admit that does sound a little bit odd. Not the strangest thing we've heard in any of these cases. It's the only thing that makes any sense. Couple was blackmailing look at me. My delight was also being blackmailed by a certain someone. You start receiving blackmail as after this incident? Yes, just a few days after the tears of Emma, and after that I started getting plans in the mail. Incredibly detailed plans. Detailed plans? In case that would mean Ron Delight was actually Master Mask. That's what we are claiming. Someone else came up with the plans and had Mr. Delight steal his targets from. If someone's on the look at me. Silence. After it's all becoming clear. What is it? What is? When you're in grade school, you receive the same input card every year? Kills with the tendency to jump to conclusions, am I wrong? I hope that's actually a real follow, not one of these, bots are trying to. I've talked about this before. We've had these weird bots that just follow and unfollow, really just trying to steal your IP address. considering that person's not in chat. Oh, okay. Hey, I'm not trying to be rude. It's just like there's all these random. I'm not trying to be rude to you. I'm sorry. I'm not. It's just there's I'm sorry. It's not you. It's just it's literally these people like you have to be careful now. I'm serious. Look, you can look this up on Twitter. There's a whole thread of like these these people who are just following these bots that will steal your IP addresses, but been following streamers, and I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I'm sorry. I just I want to I guess I want to make sure because there's nothing against you. It's just nothing personal. It's just you got to be careful now with those. And I wish Twitch would do something about it. You know, the only thing. Oh, nice to meet you too. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's not. You gotta have to be careful. You hit. I mean, I'm just being. I'm just. You know. Again. It's just. It's a thing. It's like you worry. Again, it's something. Again, mention it's something that's going around. It's not a joke. It's not fake. Uh, so. How did you? Is that the I look at him as blackmail around the light? Which case I would naturally know all about his relation to Master Mask. Yeah. And the light started receiving the plans from the second crime onward. Which means I learned of his identity and committed the first crime. Which we have the clipping showing him having at least being at the crime at the same time Ron is. Is photographed in the paper clipping, which also features Ron. Boy, you certainly a black belt. In that case, let's see a bit of evidence. This crime hounded look at me know that Ron Mask is. I can't say, but I mean, definitely. I mean, this is probably the best thing. I think I see it again. Let's just say it. Probably just the guy hasn't even seen, but that's Ron in the background. There's enemy there. I already know that's Ron in the background. Ron's already knew that was him in the photo. Let's see what. You were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. There's a ton of mischief trying to be center of attention. Do you mean? This paper clipping. The gem and the thief Uh, reading the headline, the freaking line. So it has a picture of you around the light in this guard uniform, mask to mask, just disappear in the thin air. He took off his outfit and hid in the bucket. Which again, if Emery was half the detective claiming is, it probably would be easy to find him to find. Again, Rod's not exactly the smartest bulb in the light, bulb in the bulb of the bunch. Considering how easily he disposed of his costume, it's not a. And the factor is where he know he had disposed of it and lost it, had to redo the costume. Which he already said he had to testify. Either testified or gave us the info. I mean, I had to redo had to remake the outfit. That sounds just stupid to me. Correct with that, you couldn't fool that baby, let alone an ace detective. That's where you can figure it out, Mr. Enemy. Under his mask, as the mask was running the light, was he supposed to be masked up mask? I can't believe it, he was a slimy blackmailer. What a fraud, and trying to pass him off as ace detective. I mean, how dare you supposed to be like this? I mean, I've never blackmailed anyone in my life. I'm a famous proud ace detective in the little soul's master mask. Can't you understand that? Afraid you need her little things. Blackmail on a murderer, that's your true identity. Why, you even dare imply? I'm not gonna try this. It's disputing nonsense, ace detective. Something. It's enough to make one laugh. I was moving so fast, it was hard to read. See if you finally arrived at the answer. It's quite a performance by Anime. Well, please prepare for call for Mr. Anime.
Objection!
Ambulance strikes too fast. The time to aim. I mean, alright, for my ruling. But say one thing. I'll be the one to judge. You're not the judge. I'm wearing your face in there. Feels like your claws weren't quite sharp enough just to strike. But you've proven a lot of things. Things like look at me, he was a filthy blackmailer. Hey, he was a bloody tail at the night of the murder. That's right. Well, why he's the only one that killed. But there's still one thing you have to prove. Just because he was at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the murder scene. For if you can't prove that pitiful excuse from Manic with a KB security, I'll see how the verdict can be delivered. No way! I hate to say it, but Gaddafi got a point. Order, well, was alright. This is it. This is the final round. Mr. Andrews at Bull's office on that night. You really prove it? That's long enough, Mr. Trite. I want to hear your answer. And Mr. Lugami was at the... Can't prove we don't have any evidence. We had. There's nothing. Again, even the drop. Even the wallet's not enough because there's nothing on it. I mean. Can't prove it. I can't prove it. I thought. But if we hear more of Detective Enemy's testimony.
Objection!
Unfortunately, as far as you go, Mr. Trite. I mean, well, I'm for any more testimony, that's what I mean. What? Forgotten Luke Adamy is here after we interrupted on trial. You failed to prove they committed the murder. Time for this witness to return to his own trial. This is guilty for his mask to mask. Wait a minute, wait, we proven he was in mask to mask! Wait a minute, how could they? Ah. Now, so the way it would seem that love wins out in the end. Girl. Amnesia detective has master for Phoenix Wright verified it. As around the light verified that he is the true murderer. So that my full force of my eyes detectiveness. Order. Enough deliberation over the witness. I can't believe this at this rate, Ron is. Give up, Nick. Still have to mark and look for more evidence. By then it'll be too late. Oh, why? Because Adamy's already alibi is double jeopardy. One of the basic rules of any law of court. Double jeopardy? To be tried for defendants in the court. Defendant cannot be tried. That's not how you cannot be. You can be tried on different counts. You cannot be tried for the same count. That's what double jeopardy is. Well, maybe that's how it works in this game. This game's universe, but it doesn't work in real. At work. Cannot be tried for the same crime. Defendant vulnerable to the law court applies to this witness, which applies to anyone else. This man we found guilty in the minutes, guilty as master's means. But as far as the murder of Kate Bull is concerned, that doesn't make it. No way. You were unable to prove Ms. Adamy's guilt of the crime here. Then you will never be tried as Kate Bull's murder. Ugh. There's nothing you could possibly do though, and if Ron is proclaimed to be innocent, the real killer Luke Adamy will go free. Every statement the witness has made here today. If there's no testimony, I'm afraid to declare there's no further questioning of this witness. Objections? If I end the cross-examination of Luke Adamy.
Objection!
I think I see it. Your Honor, when you were a child, this is what was on your report card every year. It's poor hearing and often make results as a mistakes as a result. How did you? Phoenix raised your head up high. You forgot what I used to tell you? Or someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. That voice, no way. Long time no see him, Phoenix. Yeah. The true power of the current channeling technique. I know it's a real Maya who's standing before me. And now she's my mentor, Mia Fey. Let's do this. Nothing more we can do, Mia. I have more testimony I can't cross-examine. You have this testimony on over you. What do you mean? You just said something very interesting. You're cross-examining every statement the witness made here today. Yeah, that's true, but unfortunately, Your Honor, you're forgetting something. Early after the last cross-examination, this has made a number of remarks. But now, so though it seems that love wins out in the end after all, I am a detective as well as master. My verdict will verify that. My delight will verify that it's true. Denny is a true murderer. So that with the full force of my ace detective knows. Those comments may have been no important. What's the rolled in? Shall prove your points be cross-examination. Right? As long as the witness has made these remarks, the defense assert a right to question them. Is that alright with you, prosecutor? Such a matter, Mr. Cadet? Nothing. So the lawyer, it looks like you're taking one step too late. If you think falsehoods will do anything, then may look at. Let's hear it. Huh? True that the witness made some remarks. So then, let's hear this last bit of cross-examination. Mr. Cadet, what are you? And Mr. Anime, the defense cross-examining the earlier remarks. Look there, you declared the defendant to be the true murderer. So, please give us one last bit of testimony. Yeah. Please, this is it. It's the absolute last chance. Yes, Chief. The last testimony. Indeed, as I was not true. I was not Lord Taylor. Leave to see about another vital important job request. Now, about the day beforehand, I had this photograph ready. The deduction was what informed me that the cook was run tonight. To the card in the wallet, it was abundantly clear that it was true. There, I mean. Able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. And I made fingerprints on it. Why? With left fingerprints on it. If he had sounded it, which means the killer would sounded it. It was wearing the mask outfit, which is why he left them. Wait a minute. Wait just 1 second. How does he know? Now we know. We figured he was probably wearing it then and that because he's been wearing it the whole time. Figured out he's probably wearing it that night because he was wearing it. He's been wearing the mask costume the whole time. But this is why he left no prints. But how did he know that he was wearing it for sure? Back in the letter, the victim likely just took the color of the jewel. The very end, that all the evidence points to the poor boy. His testimony actually seems to hold up pretty well. His earlier remarks does not appear to have been hastily prepared. It's plain none of the seems to contradict anything. Of course. As you know about the emergency buzzer. Investigation document went directly through me. Let's look over the documents in elementary, said Laura. Can make even more trouble for us now, so Laura. Well, every shenanigans was right. Yes, Your Honor. No postpone looks the enemy's trial anymore. Last chance. Got a second, this is one chance. The party's about to begin. Oh, Phoenix? thing, if it contradicts with that testimony. Seem. What do you mean so it seemed? Listen, Phoenix. Oh, we already know it. He should know for sure because we only know that confirmation that he was wearing the costume the night of the murder because Ron testified it, but he was in the courtroom the courtroom in the trial, his own trial of being Master Mask, so he wouldn't have known that for sure that he was wearing the Master Mask costume. Unless he saw Ron that night. Pointing at the contradictions doesn't always mean you have to present evidence, does it? Alright, this is our last chance. Can't point a case-breaking contradiction. You lose, that's all there is to it. Cup number 7. I was gonna say, is this cup number 17? The last cup. It's like there is a time has come. The time's come to put it into the trial. To find the failed contradiction. We've already found. Oh my God, Phoenix. Hello, McFly. Point out presenting evidence. So all I could do is find the contradiction, mark and press it. Remember, you only get one chance. Well, then it's alright. Please begin the cross-examination. One chance! Oh boy. Do is that? Is it? Beat is that? Truth is. That's right, about his last remark.
Objection!
Don't get it, do you? Trite. Time to pressing the witness on every little statement. Afraid no one is still on the get, Mr. Cadet. What? Jeremy, it seems you finally admitted that you went into the CO's office on the night of the murder. How can you say that? Let's review your testimony. Shall we, Mr. Enemy? Yeah, it's pretty easy because you gotta remember something. He's not. Now we figured by the logic that probably because he's been wearing the mask outfit, he probably was wearing it that night. But there was not confirmation of it until the testimony by Ron in the first part of the trial, which again, Enemy was not here for, so he couldn't have known that. Again, that's it. Figure that part. Let's figure testimony, shall we? The button did not have fingerprints. Why? Mr. Delight was wearing the Master Mask outfit. Is that correct? Indeed, that's what I said. My detectives are absolutely foolproof. Well, like if the detectives prove they are full. I'm sorry, whatever do you mean? Sorry, I'm starting to get really thirsty. Is that going to will in that fact that Ron Delight was dressed as Master Mask when he went to the scene of the crime? It was just a few hours ago, back when my sixth cup was looking at me with a cold stare. Oh, did I forget to mention it before? Sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up till now. That's right, the defendant yet to tell anyone else the fact before this morning. Therefore, the only person who should have known this are those who have been watching this trial. You understand now, Defense Detective Enemy? There's no way you should have known about that. You're in the next courtroom being tried as Master Mask. So latest, how did you know about this piece of information? Well,
Objection.
come on, this detective must have known about it. Well, we had plenty of chance to find out beforehand. It's not been... No, nobody knew. Master until yesterday. No, well, at least Ron, but he didn't know Master was... So went up there. The chances that I want to discuss next, that's right, Mr. Light was wearing his the mask outfit. There's only one and only one way. I think they have found out that only one way, you say? Please recall, if you will, Mr. Delight's testimony. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. For a second, my client witnessed the real killer.
Objection.
I'm betting he used the sword he stole from the army's statue. The Light never saw his attacker. I wouldn't tell whether or not the real killer was looking at me. With the statement that I'll turn this case on its head. What are you implying? Like the saw a real killer, correct? Now, if you turn the statement around, that's the reason the real killer had seen Ron Delight. Possible. Again, no way again. Everybody saw Master murder scene. Friend is just totally like Master Mask. So when you killed King Bull and assaulted, there's only one way you could have known what Ron was wearing. Jeez, he's causing an earthquake! Yo. Take a good look, everyone. With a fan around where they might use a foot crate one by myself. I'm the tragic clown. The same line he gave yesterday. But there's a little bit more meaning behind it. Remember, he's the one blackmailed Ron. He gave Ron. He helped Ron. He helped Ron become, the mask that it would end up being. That's just being bumbling full of incident. Capable of his blackmail Logami, he was in turn blackmail Ron Delay. Upon killing his blackmail, Logami tried to frame Ron Delay. I knew guilty as Master Mask on to escape his crimes. And they came up with the plan. Use the double jeopardy rule when making his alibi. Alright, with Sveen, we finally found the truth. Excuse me. Freshly closed, besmirching the record of this innocent young man. Rushing him with the tale of murder. Don't ignore me! I didn't realize you were there. Were you expecting to be anyone else? Where else would he have been? I mean, that's what usually the defendant is during the trial. Bet the verdict. I know you're never commit anymore. I'm so glad you understand, but I really am Master Mask. Huh? Next to the trial, you think I'm innocent now, right? You said double jeopardy? Now that you mentioned it. I've been careless. Careless? Do you think, Mia? If defendant says the rule of double jeopardy. Absolutely, defendant can be tried twice for the crime, which he was once found innocent. Master is really innocent? It seems so. For now. For now? And this court defines defendant not guilty. Yay! Boy, this was real. Like, wait, this isn't good after all. Like, the thing is, I still am Master after all. October 14th, 3:35 p.m. District Court, short, defendant lobby number 4. You did it, Phoenix. Thanks, Maya. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because Maya doesn't call on me much these days. Oh. I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take everything so seriously. But yeah, Maya seems kind of torn these days. I've become the master of carrying channeling school. The master means saying goodbye to our mother. Missy Faye, right? Watch over you, will you, Phoenix? Of course. Let's see you around. Maya. I'm Mr. Wright. I don't know what to say. Congratulations, Mr. Light. Thank you so much. Oh wait, no. Nothing really matters that what else said. Come on, you're just happy already. Maya. Later, the murder charges the golf and asked the master boot. But in exchange, I lost everything. What do you mean? The security information from KB Security is becoming master mask? Don't put the reasons for her. Your wife Dizzy here. She's close more than anything. America she was held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she? Since how she hated sneaky criminals. I know that. I knew that, but once I got fired from KB Security, I lost all the money I had. She wouldn't have had any reason to stay with me. She would have leave for sure. But it came mask. It's been all over now. Buckles can never be put back together. That's your right, Nick? Right. Really? Can we go back to how things really were? It'll be fine. Nick can prove it. I kinda wish you checked with me first. It's like even a ball is fucking it is when you put it back together. The second end. Put back together twice. The second end. Desiree was the one who found this. Desire, your wife. She always believed in you, Ron. That's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything. Oh, there you are. It's like, you're there, Ronnie. You're innocent. I'm so happy. Thank you. I appreciate that, but, especially you don't want anything to do with me anymore, do you? Ronnie, why don't you talk to me about what's going on? And none of you be quit KB Securities. I'm not you really Master Mask either. It's like, what are you gonna do now? Well, you know, you're not gonna believe him, are you? Come on, it's obvious, isn't it? Never let a wonderful man like him get away. Oh, my bike's really fast. Oh, you could ever get away. But didn't you say that you hated criminals? Oh, I only hate people like cowardly, sneaky. You're a detective. I see. Oh, he went and declared the crimes before he committed, like a man. That man is so chivalrous. Chivalrous? I was right about you. I spent what years filled with thrills and excitement. Dizzy. So you really do love Ron, don't you? Nicky boy? Yeah? Well, I asked you to defend Ronnie. It's so much I'll never forget what you've done for us. Well, take care of yourselves. You too, Nicky boy. Hope I can feel my face going red. Mr. Nick, Mr. Maya, congratulations. Gasp. Talking about bad timing. Mr. Nick, how could you? Man's wife, a friend of Mr. Bryant. No, you got it wrong. I'll never forgive you. Never ever. Poor Phoenix. Just the case came to close, so did my conscience. Bulk and I put back together. But that's a troll. And just look. Perfect example of one that put back together even better than before. Aww. The two to solemn turnabout, the end. A new episode has been added. Let's be for turnabout. Get a little bit preview of this before we end. Anyway, I don't get through this. Of course, there's no reason for the case is extremely clear. I see no reason for misinterpreting facts. It wasn't me, I swear. It wasn't me. This way we were convinced the victim was on at this table he drank. Oh, you're wrong. I know what I saw. I saw. What else there, man? He's a real killer. Don't you believe me? That pretty much wraps up this case, Mr. Wright. If I defend it, guilty. Court is now adjourned. I wonder what happened there. But that'll be for Monday. The cast will be tomorrow, but tomorrow's free comic book day. I forgot, and it's like, oh, shoot, man, I forgot tomorrow's free day. So, just, I don't, just based on, it's probably gonna be an hour maybe there, and like, by the time I'm going, it's like, to like really get anything done, and like, wrestling tomorrow night, and so, yeah. Next cast will be Monday. Sunday usually would be Margaret, but except for that, yes, I missed. Usually we play Margaret when Mystic came over, but Mystic is going on vacation for the next 2 weeks, so probably no Margaret next 2 weeks on Sunday, so we can find someone else to play with on Sunday. Really can't do anything about that. But like I said, Monday. Monday we'll continue on with. We'll pick up the episode 3. Monday and the day 7 on Monday, day 8 on Tuesday. Monday we'll at least get through the first investigation and then the first trial. Tuesday and we'll see from there. I think that's right. Probably should finish this and finish the third case by Friday or Saturday next week. Because the way Woodley's playing, it never does. Never does. But, like I say, it's just. But yeah, Wednesdays will be Wednesdays every show. Show 21. Thursday will be Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Station to Great Tequila in the morning, and Thursday night will be London Rising Vengeance DLC. Hopefully finally so we can finish that, so we can get a Super Deluxe DLC. And then next Friday, like I said, probably wrapping up episode 30. Friday and Saturday starting episode 4, which is short. Probably getting one Saturday cast. We'll see. And that being the week after would be the long final case of this game. Let's get the final one. The final case of this game is long. It's I remember it from well, it's in the game. Somebody was saying that when somebody tells them as I was playing, it's like, oh yeah, this is, I'm looking up, yeah, it's long. It has the most parts to it. But yeah, that's it comes getting the challenge. So you fell on. We got lots of games coming up with 7 get on with. Phoenix Wright till we finish it. Then we got coming up. We also got coming up next month. Yakuza 5. They're coming up in October, the Halloween-a-thon. Then in November, Tales of Vesperia. Coming up in December, the Pokemon Snap, Miles Morales, so much good stuff planned. Go ahead for Anniversary Cast, the Anniversary Games Christmas, so much good stuff planned. So follow me on social media so we go live, for Twitch, sharing, all good gigs from Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Bring you to Sky Deep follow the playthrough Pat Bennett feature, including our cast of Phoenix Wright trilogy and playthrough the Yakuza series. Previous Halloween dons, or previous playthroughs of Tales of series, or previous Pokemon game playthroughs, previous Anniversary Cast, which are games Christmases. and lots more. Come back, Phoenix Wright, Phoenix convention videos. In just a few moments, next to get premiere another episode of the Mass Effect Legendary Edition playthrough exclusive to YouTube. That will be a part of Mass Effect 3 as we get closer to finish that. That'll be last part will go actually the 29th. Yeah, so it's a little bit away to go before finishing it, but yeah, but including the Citadel DLC, the Leviathan DLC, all kinds of stuff still to come. So got Discord, I'll be doing more stuff on in the future. I've actually been posting a lot more stuff on there. Been recent, sharing all kinds of stuff on there more often. Or actually do that. It's like, hey, this is just different ones sharing. The kids probably should be sharing on mine. I don't reason I know. Usually right about now, Mystic is just about right on when it gets on, but he's not gonna be on. Seals is on. Nobody from Variety Central TV. And me. I'm the only one on. I don't think anybody really hosts right now. I'm trying to see if I can find somebody else hosts. Yeah, I don't see it right now. Look at my email to see if in case anybody else wants. But yeah, so yeah. Next cast will probably be Monday, but there'll be Mass Effect VODs. They'll go tomorrow and Sunday, and probably some other stuff, Sims or stuff that'll be go on YouTube. So till next time, we're going with everyone. Peace.